If you've been living under a rock, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you because, trust me, sometimes the struggle is real, and I want to live under one too. So here's the news. Daredevil is making a comeback, this time under Disney+. Yes, you heard that right. Now, I've seen the trailer, and let me tell you, I am both ridiculously excited and absolutely terrified. The trailer looks incredible, but given Disney's track record with recent shows, I can't help but be cautious. You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Well, then I'm just a sucker. I was all in with the original Daredevil series on Netflix. In fact, I was far more invested in that show than I was in the MCU movies running at the time. I followed the other Marvel Netflix shows too. Iron Fist wasn't great, but I stuck with it. Jessica Jones was a blast, and I loved her vibe. Luke Cage was solid, with a great cast and atmosphere. When they brought everyone together for The Defenders, I thought it was good. Not groundbreaking, but enjoyable enough to sit through. So when Netflix canceled all of them, I was heartbroken. The cancellation felt like the result of behind-the-scenes drama, a clash over creative control and licensing between Marvel and Netflix, which Disney ultimately won. And now, Disney is bringing Daredevil back. Hi, and welcome to Timeless New York City. I'm Lena, and today I am getting into the world of Daredevil, the original series that gave us gritty, emotional storytelling, unforgettable characters, and some of the best action sequences Marvel has ever done. With the highly anticipated Daredevil Born Again just around the corner, it's the perfect time to revisit what made the original so special and what we're hoping to see in the new series. From Matt's journey as Hell's Kitchen's blind vigilante to the chilling intensity of Wilson Fisk, there's a lot to unpack, and even more to look forward to. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Now, grab your billy clubs, and let's see who's suiting up and who's sitting this one out. In the original Daredevil series, which aired from 2015 to 2018, Matt Murdock, played by Charlie Cox, is blinded as a child in a freak accident involving toxic chemicals. While the accident takes his sight, it also enhances his remaining senses to superhuman levels, granting him a radar-like ability to see the world in extraordinary detail. By day, Matt is a compassionate and relentless lawyer fighting for justice in Hell's Kitchen, but by night, he transforms into Daredevil, a vigilante with unmatched martial arts skills, incredible agility, and razor-sharp precision with his signature billy clubs. Unlike many superheroes, Daredevil's vulnerability and relentless drive make him a grounded and deeply human figure, staying true to his comic book roots while presenting a grittier, more realistic interpretation. In both the comics and the series, his moral struggle between justice and vengeance plays a central role, though the show leans more heavily on the psychological and emotional toll of his double life. Charlie Cox will reprise his role as Matt Murdock in the highly anticipated Daredevil Born Again, promising to continue the legacy of one of Marvel's most complex and compelling heroes. Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, is introduced as a powerful and ruthless crime lord who rules Hell's Kitchen from the shadows, orchestrating a complex web of corruption and criminal enterprises. Despite his villainous nature, Fisk is portrayed with depth and vulnerability, driven by a vision to rebuild the city according to his own warped ideals, which stem from a traumatic childhood. His immense physical strength and strategic brilliance make him a formidable adversary, capable of dominating in hand-to-hand combat while outmaneuvering opponents with his intellect. Compared to his comic book counterpart, D'Onofrio's Fisk is a darker and more layered character, blending the larger-than-life persona of the Kingpin with a raw emotional complexity. This nuanced portrayal elevates him from a traditional villain to one of Marvel's most compelling antagonists. Vincent D'Onofrio will reprise his iconic role, continuing to embody the menacing yet human Kingpin. In Daredevil Season 2, Frank Castle, portrayed by John Bernthal, is introduced as a relentless and morally complex vigilante, seeking vengeance for the brutal murder of his family. His quest for justice clashes with Daredevil's ideals, creating a gripping dynamic between two men driven by their own codes of morality. A former Marine, Frank is a master of combat, with unmatched marksmanship, tactical expertise, and proficiency in an array of weapons, making him nearly unstoppable in his war against organized crime. Bernthal's portrayal adds a raw, emotional intensity to the character, bringing a depth and humanity that elevates him beyond his comic book counterpart. While the comics emphasize Frank's brutal efficiency and single-mindedness, the show delves into his grief and trauma, painting a more realistic and sympathetic portrait. Jon Bernthal will reprise his role as the Punisher, promising to bring back the same visceral intensity and complexity that made his performance unforgettable. Karen Page, portrayed by Deborah Ann Woll, starts as the secretary for Nelson and Murdoch, but quickly evolves into a key figure in exposing corruption and seeking justice. Her resourcefulness and unrelenting determination lead her to uncover crucial truths about Wilson Fisk and other criminals in Hell's Kitchen, often putting her life on the line. Karen's journey reveals her hidden strength and sharp investigative instincts, eventually leading her to become a fearless journalist. Compared to her comic book counterpart, who was often portrayed as a damsel in distress or faced darker storylines, the show reimagines Karen as a more modern and empowered character, giving her a stronger voice and agency in the narrative. Deborah Ann Woll will reprise her role, promising to bring back Karen's tenacity and emotional depth as a cornerstone of Matt Murdock's world. Foggy Nelson, played by Eldon Henson, begins as Matt Murdock's charismatic and loyal best friend, as well as his law partner at Nelson and Murdoch. Foggy serves as the moral compass of the firm, often challenging Matt's dangerous double life as Daredevil, while striving to uphold justice through legal means. His wit, warmth, and legal expertise make him an indispensable ally, not only in the courtroom, but also in Matt's personal struggles. Compared to his comic book counterpart, who was sometimes relegated to comic relief, the series gives Foggy greater depth, showcasing his unwavering loyalty and his own journey as he grapples with the gray areas of law and heroism. Eldon Henson will return as Foggy, bringing back the heart and humanity that make him an essential part of Matt Murdock's story. In the third season of Daredevil, Benjamin Dex Poindexter, portrayed by Wilson Bethel, is introduced as a skilled but deeply unbalanced FBI agent whose suppressed psychopathy is manipulated by Wilson Fisk. Under Fisk's influence, Dex adopts Daredevil's persona to discredit the vigilante and begins his transformation into the infamous assassin Bullseye. His uncanny marksmanship allows him to turn almost any object into a deadly weapon, and his precision and agility make him a nearly unstoppable force. The show reimagines Dex as a tragic figure, showcasing his descent into madness and the manipulation that pushes him to embrace his darker instincts. Compared to his comic book counterpart, who is often depicted as a ruthless and fully formed assassin, the series provides a more grounded and psychological exploration of his character's origin. Wilson Bethel will reprise his role as Bullseye, promising to continue his chilling evolution into one of Daredevil's most dangerous foes. Vanessa Mariana Fisk, portrayed by Eilert Zurer, is introduced as an art dealer who becomes romantically involved with Wilson Fisk, eventually marrying him and becoming his closest confidant. Far from being a passive character, Vanessa is fiercely loyal to Fisk and supports his vision for rebuilding Hell's Kitchen, even as it plunges them into a world of crime and violence. Her keen intellect and ability to navigate the darker aspects of Fisk's life make her an essential partner, offering both emotional support and strategic insight. Compared to her comic book counterpart, who is often depicted as distant or morally conflicted by Fisk's criminality, the series gives Vanessa more agency and portrays her as a willing and active participant in his world. Ayelet Zurer will return as Vanessa, promising to deepen her role as both the love of Fisk's life and his unwavering accomplice. In Daredevil Season 2, Elektra Natchios, portrayed by Elodie Young, is introduced as Matt Murdock's enigmatic ex-girlfriend and a highly skilled assassin tied to the mysterious organization known as the Hand. Elektra's lethal prowess in martial arts, mastery of stealth, and deadly precision with her signature sayas make her a formidable force, but her internal struggle between her darker impulses and her love for Matt adds complexity to her character. Her journey intertwines with Matt's, forcing him to confront his own moral boundaries as they face a shared destiny. Compared to her comic book counterpart, who has often been portrayed as a cold-blooded killer, the show gives Elektra a more humanized and layered portrayal, exploring her vulnerability and tragic past. While Elodie Jung's return has not been confirmed, her portrayal left a lasting impact, blending the mystique and ferocity that make Elektra one of Daredevil's most iconic and complex allies. Claire Temple, played by Rosario Dawson, is introduced as a skilled and compassionate nurse who becomes an essential ally to Matt Murdock after tending to his injuries in secret. Her medical expertise and unflinching courage make her a critical support system for vigilantes in Hell's Kitchen, often putting her in danger as she helps them recover from their battles. Claire's practicality and strong moral compass serve as a grounding influence in the chaotic lives of those she aids, including Daredevil, Luke Cage, and others in the Marvel Netflix universe. Compared to her comic book counterpart, loosely based on the character Night Nurse, Claire is given a more prominent and active role in the series, connecting the different heroes with her dedication and bravery. While Rosario Dawson's return has not been confirmed, her portrayal of Claire remains a cornerstone of the show's grounded and realistic portrayal of heroism. Stick, portrayed by Scott Glenn, is introduced as Matt Murdock's tough, no-nonsense mentor, who played a pivotal role in training Matt to harness his heightened senses and develop his formidable combat skills. As a master martial artist with deep knowledge of the mystical war between the hand and the chaste, Stick embodies both a father figure and a ruthless warrior. His complex relationship with Matt is marked by his cold, pragmatic approach to their shared mission, often clashing with Matt's sense of morality and compassion. Compared to his comic book counterpart, Stick in the series retains his gruff demeanor and enigmatic nature, but is given more depth, showing glimpses of vulnerability and genuine care beneath his hardened exterior. While Scott Glenn's return remains unconfirmed, his portrayal left an indelible mark, capturing the essence of the mentor who shaped Matt Murdock into Daredevil. What I really need is for Karen and the Punisher to finally rekindle their almost relationship. Like, come on now, what happened there? While we're at it, bring back Jessica Jones and Luke Cage too. Both their shows are pretty good, but they worked best when Luke was on Jessica's show. And okay, if they recast Iron Fist and make him less, whatever that was in his show, I'd be open to seeing him again. What I don't need, though, is Daredevil hooking up with She-Hulk. Sorry if you were a fan of that, but no. Just no! As for Fisk, the man still scares the hell out of me, and I hope Disney will keep him as the unhinged, terrifying powerhouse. And Daredevil himself? Honestly, I just need to see him back in action. There is something oddly sexy about Charlie Cox. Can't explain it, he fits this role so well, and I am so happy he is coming back. Suit up, Matt, I'm more than ready. Let's hope Disney actually nails it this time, and doesn't turn me into a 3-time sucker for trusting them. Seriously, my trust issues can't take another hit. Let me know what you think. Are you hyped, scared, or both? Don't forget to check out my playlist for more. Hit that like button and smash subscribe button. Your support keeps this channel alive and me mildly sane. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.